Hello there guys, I am in a street scene race at the moment on the rival events and this race, as all street scenes, has traffic, which we'll find some in a minute, but there's some traffic, right, so we've definitely got traffic because of that car right there, and this is what makes street scenes really annoying. But I did a little thing a while ago and it removed all of the traffic from street scene. So I've been trying to duplicate that to make it happen again, and I think I've cracked it. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did to remove the traffic from a street scene. So at the moment, as you've just seen, we have definitely got traffic. Right, so I'm in the game, I paused, I went into here, and I went to my Xbox settings, and I went offline. Now, this is set as my home console, so I don't know if that's important, but it probably is. So make sure you do that first of all. So, which is in personalization. So my home Xbox. This is my home Xbox, because I've got two, and sometimes I use it as the other one. So it's set as my home Xbox. I then went to network settings, and I go offline, and then went back into the game. Now I'm going to restart my Rivals event. Yes, I would like to restart. And it says there's an error communicating with the servers. This then happened. This is exactly the same as happened before. It all went black. It all fucked up. And then it did this. It's doing exactly the same as it did last time. And then I restarted the event again. When I restarted this time, it wouldn't load. So I got to this loading screen, and see at the bottom left where it goes around in a little circle normally, that stayed like that for ages. And I sat here waiting and waiting and waiting. And after waiting and waiting and waiting, I thought, sod this. So I then went back online. Where is it? Connect to Xbox Live. I did that, and I went back online, and I came back in Forza, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and it didn't work. So I quit out of Forza, and then back on my home screen, I loaded Forza up again. This is exactly the process that I did. Now you would think, I've gone back online, I've loaded Forza up again, there will be traffic on the street scene. I then went back into the street scene event on Rivals, and there was no traffic at all. So I did the Rivals event with absolutely no traffic. So when we get back in, we've got to wait for Forza to load, of course, so that's going to take an age. But once I got back in, after doing what I've just shown you, there was no traffic. Now I did try various different variations of doing this, and this was the only one that worked. Exactly those steps that I've just done was the only one that consistently meant there was no traffic when I went back into the event. So I would strongly recommend you do exactly what I did, even though, this didn't happen last time. That's annoying. So this is now a little bit different because it wouldn't load Forza. So hopefully it'll still work, but I definitely think it's got something to do with having just come back offline and going back on again. Now the first time that it gave me no traffic, it also wouldn't give me a rival time. So I was, right, we've loaded up this time. It wouldn't show me any of my rivals' times, so I was racing against nobody the first time that happened. But I don't know whether that's a factor or not. It might be connected, it might not be connected, but that didn't happen once I was trying to duplicate it, which when I did what I'm now showing you in this video. I wish this didn't take so long to load. And the worst is when you start it loading, you go off somewhere and you come back, and it's still on this screen here where you have to press A. And you think, oh no, I've got to press the button. Right, so you're seeing the exact process. Come on, chop chop, sign me in. Now, I can't guarantee that this is going to work for you every single time, but I've done this a few times. I tested it 3 or 4 times, and when I did the steps that I've just gone through with you, it did work. But on those previous tests that I did, it didn't once say failed to load the game. It also didn't once say we need to log you in like it just did just then. But hopefully those two things aren't really going to make any difference, and it's what I did before that will be the deciding factor. But we'll see. We will see in about 10 minutes when the game finishes loading, because it's one of the slowest loading games on the Xbox. And I'm on an Xbox One X. Roll on, Scarlet. And that'll be a lot better. I've still not done that eliminator thing. I need to have a crack at that. Head-to-head races entered. 1. Yeah, not a lot. I don't like those head-to-head races. Showcases won 5 of 5. Yeah. Right, come on then. Let's get into rivals. Let's say hello to whatever her name is. I always forget her name. I love this car. It's beautiful. Right, let's get out of all this nonsense. Hello. Yeah, I know. I know I've got t-shirts. You tell me every time. Right, so, rivals. Street scene rivals, which are in a different place to all the other rivals for some bizarre reason. So, if we go over to rivals, and we go to street race rivals, I assume you could choose any of them, but I'm choosing Hollywood Run because that's the one that we've got for the club at the moment. So, that's why I'm choosing it. I'm also choosing S1 class because that's the one we've got on the club at the moment. Oh God, we've got to sit through another bloody loading screen. This is the rival event I was in. So a quick recap of what I've done while it's loading this. I went into a rival event, there was traffic. I then put my Xbox to offline mode and I restarted the rival event and that caused it to crash. It went to a black screen, loading in the bottom corner, but it never actually loaded. I then went back online. I then closed out of Forza, and then I started Forza again, and then I went back into the same Rivals event. Okay, so that's clear. Rival event traffic, go offline. The event crashed, go online. It was still crashed, shut down Forza, open Forza again, go back into the same rival event. That is the list of steps that have happened. And when this rival event starts, there should be no traffic. I have tested this a couple of times. I can't 100% guarantee that this is going to work, but we'll see when it loads up. But if it works this time, then this is probably the 5th time I've done it. And so far, it's been consistent with me. But I kind of think that it might be somehow connected with the internet connection. I'm on Wi-Fi, so I don't know whether that's going to be a factor or not, but I just want to tell you as many things as possible so that you can duplicate what I'm doing as close as to the way I'm doing it, and hopefully remove traffic from your game too. So, let's get in there and see if there's traffic. So far, so good. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty damn certain this is where... Oh, you don't have to brake there, you just lift off. Ooh, don't hit that wall! Right, I think we can safely say we're... Well, actually, I'll wait until we get to the end. Let's make sure that there is no traffic whatsoever on this race. We'll get all the way to the end. I'm going to hit that bloody wall. No, I didn't. That's good. Well, you need to brake a little bit earlier on that corner than I did. And on that one. If you're driving this car, brake earlier than I do. Because otherwise, you won't get round the corner properly. Right, halfway around the track and we haven't seen any traffic yet. I'm pretty confident that that process of doing things eliminates traffic on a street scene rivals event. And yeah, this is, I'm not sure if it's the 4th or the 5th, but I think this is the 5th time I've done this. And every time by doing those exact steps that I showed you, there was no traffic. But this time, as you saw, it said the game is taking too long to load and I had to do it again. That didn't happen on the other times. It just loaded it straight away. And also on this one, it said, it logged me in, didn't it? While the game was loading, it said who's playing sort of thing. That didn't happen previously as well. So those two things were not important for this to work. It worked previously without doing those two things. So yeah, we've got no traffic and no train. And we're on a Street Scene Rivals. And Street Scene Rivals are an absolute pain in the arse when there's traffic. So there we go, guys. That's how you remove the traffic from a Street Scene Rival. My time was shit. I didn't even beat my own previous time, but I'll collect my reward anyway. What I'm going to do now is, when it comes up with your next rival, bring it. I'm going to do it again and see whether or not there's traffic in this time. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be traffic. So you can do what I've just done, and then you can just you can keep on saying bring it, bring it, bring it, and do it over and over and over again without having to deal with traffic. So another recap. Went into a Street Scene Rivals, there was traffic. I then went to offline mode on my Xbox. My Xbox is on wireless only, it's not connected by cable. So I went to offline mode, I came back over to Forza, I restarted the event, but that caused it to crash. When I restarted the event, the little loading thing in the corner, it never went anywhere. It was just a black screen for a bit. Then it went back onto the event again. I tried to restart, it wouldn't work. I then went back online in my Xbox system preferences thing, settings. I came back to the game. The game still wouldn't reload the event. And I then quit out of Forza. And then from my dashboard, I loaded Forza back up. Now in this particular case, it then wouldn't load and I had to do it again. That didn't happen on the other times. And it also said who's playing, log in with your profile. That didn't happen on the other times either. But once it had loaded up, I went back into the same Rivals event I'd been in before, and there was no traffic. So here we go, second rival person. Let's see if it continues with no traffic in the game. Let's see if I can do better than last time as well. I'll try and remember to brake. Also, knowing there's going to be no traffic is so good because you're not anxious when you're coming to a corner or a little hill or something. You're not thinking to yourself, there could be a little a car over this little hidden crest and I've got to be slow just in case. You know there's no traffic. It's much better. Oh, I'm going to crash. Oh, I lost a lot of time there. So anyway, we messed up this corner last time, didn't we? And the next one, so we want to brake a little bit earlier here. So yeah, this corner here, brake about there. A little bit too early. Better than last time, but still terrible. Oh, I'm so glad that this happened. It happened originally like a complete error. My Xbox had lost connection. I restarted, went back in again, and when I restarted the event, there was no traffic. And I was like, what the fuck, there's no traffic. So it was a complete accident. So then I thought, right, I've got to duplicate this accident, see if I can make it happen again. And it seems like we have. So leave a comment, let me know if this works for you as well. I'm really hoping that this is consistent for everybody and it's not in any way related to me having a poor internet connection or anything like that. But do exactly what I did and let me know. Leave a comment, let me know that it's worked for you as well. But yeah, street scene events with no traffic, isn't that beautiful? I should really have only told the members of my club. So if you're not in my club, it's K74. We do a lot of these rival events. We do one a week. We're quite active. Get yourself in. We've got some places left. Right, that felt a lot faster than the last time. What am I on? 2:11. Why? What was I on before? 2:12? Oh no, wasn't I? I was 2:20 before, wasn't I? So 2:11. I was hoping I'd get a spin, so I could end the video. Oh, no, I haven't got a spin. Right, I'm going to say no thanks, and I'm just going to have a quick look to see where I am on the leaderboards compared to the rest of my club. But there you go, guys, that is the way that you get rid of traffic. I know I've recapped several times, but I'll do it again nice and slowly. Step 1, start a rivals event. You will have traffic. Step 2, go to your Xbox settings. So go over to here, go to your settings and go to network settings and click on go offline. So that's step 2. I'm not going to do it. Once you've done that, go back to the game, and whilst you're in the Rivals event, pause and go to restart event. And when you restart the event, it's probably going to fuck up. The screen will go black, it will try and load, and then it will glitch out, then it will go back to the game again, but it won't restart, and you'll still be in the race. Then go back over to your Xbox settings and reconnect, go online, so connect to Xbox Live. Come back to the game, try and restart the event again. I don't think that this step is going to be important, but that's exactly what I did. So I tried to restart the event again. It wouldn't restart again, but I don't believe you will need to do that. Then go and quit out. So go into here, press your start button, and go to quit. So actually properly quit out of the game. When you're back on the dashboard, open the game again, then wait for about 30 minutes whilst the game loads. Make yourself a cup of tea and a cheesecake. Come back up to your Xbox and then realise you forgot to press the A button. Be really fucking frustrated with yourself. Press the A button and then wait for an hour whilst the game loads. At this stage, you might as well take a shower, take your dog for a walk, maybe take a college education course or something like that. Then come back over to your Xbox. The game will be loaded. Then you have to escape out about 20 menus where it tells you that you've won a shitload of t-shirts that you collected about a year ago, but it will tell you about them again because they're important. It has to keep telling you that you've got shit t-shirts that you're never going to wear. So make sure you do that step. Once you've done that, go over to Rivals, go into the Rivals discipline, and then realise that Street Scene ain't in here because the person that made the Forza menus was completely stupid when they did this part of the menu. So they thought they'd give Street Scene their own little button, which is over here. Click on that, and then go back into the Rivals event that you were previously on, and lo and behold, there will be no traffic. But the step that you really need to do, which I forgot, if you are then making a video for YouTube that you are hoping to make some money from, you have to go into the audio settings and turn streamer mode on, because my streamer mode is off, and that means that any revenue from this video won't come to me. It'll come to the copyright holders of a song that it played whilst my character was dancing around my car and we were waiting for the event to start. So I hope they enjoy any money that this video makes, and I hope this works for you. So there you go, guys. That's how you get rid of traffic. Excuse my sarcasm. And there we go. Right. See you in the next video. If you haven't already subscribed, then you fucking better, as I'll come and hunt you down and I'll set my crazy dog on you, and he's got really fucking sharp teeth. If you don't like this video, then you can just fucking do one, because that's just the way it is. See you later, guys. Bye bye.